chicken coop.
The show must go on.
Welcome from the University of Kentucky Singletary Center for the Arts. I'm Dean Mark Shanda from the University of Kentucky College of Fine Arts, a member of the faculty of the Department of Theater and Dance. We hope you and yours are safe at home and happy in this most unique time, and we wish you were here. We're in an empty Singletary Center for a strange time that we're all living in. Normally at this time we'd be producing our annual production for your benefit, but I assure you, even though that is not happening, our time together has not been wasted recently. Our students have been learning in remote locations and our faculty have been delivering content through a variety of very creative ways. Our professors pivoted very quickly this spring to find new and exciting ways to engage with the arts.
And I'm Dr. Everett McCorvey. I'm Director of Opera and Professor of Voice here at the University of Kentucky, and we're delighted to be with you this evening. Yes, this time of year, Dean Shanda, we would have been in this space working and preparing for our next anniversary of Grand Night. But we're going to be here with you at home, so we're delighted about that. Of course, during times of the plague and of different difficulties in our lives, great music and great art has been the result of what has come out of difficult times. And you might even know this, that Shakespeare's, some of his greatest plays came really after the plague. So we're delighted to have you here with us this evening.
We've had to adapt. We've had to learn so much, and these times are proving to be challenging, but also great opportunities to engage with friends across the country in new ways. Like tonight, visitors from all around the United States and the world, for that matter, will be logged in to hear more about the University of Kentucky and be able to enjoy the epic production of the 25th anniversary Grand Night for Singing that was taped several years ago. But before we get to that main event, many of our students have found new and creative ways to share their artistry. Everett, tell us about one project.
Well, we're going to start off with a virtual performance. As many of you have probably seen, there have been many different virtual performances happening on Facebook and on the webs. And so our students have been very busy doing that as well in all of the disciplines. We're going to present a performance of the song Think by Aretha Franklin. And this song is performed by our All-Tech scholars. These are singers who are here on All-Tech scholarships. And a few weeks ago, they created this video for the All-Tech One conference. And so we hope you enjoy. The performers are Erica Gabriel, Katrin Thawley, Gabrielle Fuqua, and Marquita Richardson. We hope you enjoy this performance of Think.
I ain't no psychiatrist, I ain't no doctor with degrees, but it don't take too much high IQ to see what you're doing to me. You better think about what you're trying to do to me. Yeah, think. Let your mind go, let yourself be free. Oh, freedom, 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 right now, freedom, 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 freedom. Hey, think about it, you think about it. There ain't nothing you could ask, I can answer you without one. But I was going to change my mind if you keep doing things I don't. Think about what you're trying to do to me. Baby, think, let your mind go, let yourself be free. People walking around every day playing games and taking scores, trying to make other people lose their minds. Well, be careful you don't lose yours. Yeah, think about what you're trying to do to me. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Welcome back. Our first guests tonight are no strangers to the University of Kentucky and to this stage. They are some of our Grand Night alumni. We have over 1,600 alumni who have performed in Grand Night in the 27 years that we've been producing Grand Night. So these are just a few of those performers that we wanted you, former performers that we wanted you to meet. So I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves, and they'll tell you where they're from and where they're living and what they're doing. And I must say that we are very proud of these students and their accomplishments. So we'll get started. Please introduce yourself and tell us what you're doing.
Hi everyone, my name is Reshma Shetty and I currently live in New York City. I graduated from UK in 2002 and I was in part of Grand Night for 3 summers, and I guess for the last decade or so, I've been really blessed to be on television as an actress, on shows like Royal Pains, Pure Genius, Blind Spot coming up soon, and that's me.
Hi, my name is Kara Strange. I'm currently living in Severn, Maryland. I graduated from UK in 1999 and 2002. And so I was in Grand Night for probably 6 years. So since then, I've been singing in the Soldiers Chorus of the United States Army Field Band for 14 years. I perform all over the country. But one of my favorite opportunities happened just down the road. For the past 2 years, I've gotten to sing the national anthem at the Preakness Stakes at Pimlico. So being from Campbellsville, Kentucky, I love the Derby and I love the Triple Crown races. So that's something that I've really treasured.
Hi, everyone. I am Dan Irby from Lexington. And I went to UK from 94 to 99. And I was in Grand Night for several of those summers. And then I did graduate studies across the country and came back in 2004 and did production as well of Grand Night. And for the past 10 years, I have been a colleague of Kara Strange in the Soldiers Chorus of the United States Army Field Band. And we travel across the country, and we're singing for the American public. So it's an incredible opportunity to be able to showcase what I learned at UK for our country and for the American public. So it's great to be here.
I guess I'm next. Hi, everyone. My name is Phumzile Sojola, known as Puma. I graduated, I'm currently living in New York City, in Harlem. I graduated from the University of Kentucky, I think 1999. I was part of the Grand Night for singing for about 4 years, I think, in my time at the University of Kentucky. And for the past 8 years, I've been part of the musical theater experience here in New York City and nationally. I was just currently in a North American tour of Phantom of the Opera. And also before that, I was in the original cast of Cinderella. And that's me. I'm also married to the famous Andrea Jones. That's my claim to fame.
Hi, everybody. I'm Andrea Jones Sojola. I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. I currently live in New York City with that guy you just met. And I graduated from the University of Kentucky in 2000, but I started doing Grand Nights about a year before I actually attended grad school there. So I think I started in about 1996, and I performed on stage with Puma and fell in love on that stage. So Grand Night is very special to me. I am having a blast singing crossover music and legit theater. So some of my favorite performances have been on Broadway in Porgy and Bess and Sound of Music live on NBC, Sweeney Todd, PBS, and FBI on television on CBS, and a few other little sprinkled performances that have been wonderful. But I miss Grand Night terribly. There's something about those grand night audiences that are so beautiful and they're so supportive, and there's nothing like them.
Hi, my name is Reginald Smith Jr., or Reggie. I'm from Atlanta, but I'm coming to you from my living room here in Houston. I graduated from the University of Kentucky in 2012 and 2013. I did Grand Night, at least 4 times, I think. Now I'm a professional opera singer. Some of the things that have been exciting includes performing at the Metropolitan Opera with Andrea Jones-Sojourner most recently, and being able to sing all around the world, in Hong Kong and Russia and Austria and Australia. So yeah, that's what I do, but it's not like singing. It's a grand night for singing.
Hi, everyone. My name is Patrick Garr, and I am actually a Lexington native, and I am back home in Lexington right now. I graduated from UK in 2016, and I started Grand Night back in 2010 as a newsie and did it for a couple years. And since then, for the past few years, I made my Broadway debut in Mean Girls on Broadway as a swing, and I am currently touring with the first national tour of Hamilton.
Hello, everyone. I am Whit Whitaker. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I live here in Lexington, Kentucky. I graduated from UK with a bachelor's in 1995, with a master's in 2015. I currently, as I say, live in Lexington. I am currently the executive director of the Lyric Theater and Cultural Arts Center. Now, I also still do some performing. Most recently, I was in South Africa singing some solo stuff in 2019. And one of my favorite moments is I finally got to play the role of Othello a couple summers ago. I've enjoyed my years in Grand Night. I've been in 13 of the Grand Nights, including the very first one in 1993. And I was in Grand Night 2001 to 2004, 2006 to 2012, and in 2017. And it's really great to see all these wonderful alumni here.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Parr, and I am from Cincinnati, Ohio originally, and now I'm in Lexington. I was graduated from UK 3 times, my bachelor's in 1990, before the rest of you were born, my master's in 1996, and my doctorate in 2015. I was in Grand Night from 1996 on and off until about 2011. And I am right now a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and I can tell you that Grand Night prepared me quite well for that role.
Hi, everybody. I am Stacia Brock Woodcock, coming to you from Queens, New York. I'm a fellow New York City person now. I graduated from UK twice, in 2000 with my vocal degree and in 2004 with my Doctor of Pharmacy degree. And I think I was in Grand Night maybe 6 summers. You guys could not get rid of me because I wouldn't stop singing. And I have been fortunate enough to sort of combine my performance with my medical degree, and I've been a guest expert on various television shows. I was a regular on the Dr. Oz show and the Rachel Ray show, which brings my grandmother great joy. And it's been a pleasure. And I also get to go see all of these wonderful faces perform regularly in New York City, which also makes me happy because I can say that I sang with them once upon a when. So it's a great family to be a part of.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chase Jennings, and I'm a Louisville native currently living in New York City. I graduated from UK in 2003, and I was in Grand Night for 4 years. Shortly after my last Grand Night in 2003, I moved to New York City and knew that I wanted to be a talent rep. I currently work as a talent manager, managing artists in New York City, including a handful of talented UK grads and Grand Night alums.
Hello, everybody. I'm Brian Gill. I'm currently living in Bloomington, Indiana, and I finally got my act together and graduated with my doctorate in 2006 from UK. I was in Grand Night for 2 years, I believe. I should have done it more because it was a blast each time I did it. My favorite work since then, I moved to New York after my last Grand Night, and started teaching at New York University, where I taught for 12 years, developed a vocal pedagogy program there, and also a thriving New York studio, which I still go back and visit once a month to teach those great folks. Some of them singing at the Met and on Broadway. One Tony winner. I'm thrilled for all of that. I also travel all around the world teaching voice, which is beyond exciting. And now my current job is a newly tenured full professor at the Jacob School of Music at Indiana University.
Hi there, my name is Ruthie Sangster, and I am currently still living here in Lexington. I'm from just outside of Louisville, though. I actually just graduated from UK this spring with my degrees in voice and arts administration, and I was in the 2018 and 2019 productions of It's a Grand Night for Singing. I have so enjoyed being involved in UK Opera Theatre's operatic productions during my time here, and I look forward to auditioning for grad schools this coming year.
Well, what a joy to see all of your faces and to see such great smiles and to hear the stories about your connections to the University of Kentucky. Everett's very proud of the Grand Night for Singing as a pre-professional platform for students for all sorts of endeavors. So my question is, Dean, to you is, how did your time with Grand Night prepare you for what you're doing today? And let's start with Reshma.
I think my time with Grand Night helped me to understand what it was to work with colleagues, how to thankfully be paid to do and use the skills that I learned at UK, and to be able to coordinate and to artistically deal with other people's visions and with their abilities and with their ideas. And Grand Night was just a place where you could go have fun, and you were safe, and you could sing, and you could be with your friends. And those are things that permeate everything that I have done since then.
Terrific. Thank you so much. Charis, how about you?
What Dan and I do, we are in an organization that goes out 100 days a year, connecting to every point of America. And so what I learned in Grand Night was how to connect with an audience, how to be personable, and how to enjoy that experience. And of course, Dr. McCorvey always has a theme for the show. And so that gave me the opportunity to kind of step out of the box of what I was doing in the school year. And so that's been important in my career because I do a variety of music. And so just those experiences, those amazing audiences, and just having such a wonderful time connecting with people on stage and people in the audience. And I do that almost every day for 14 years.
Well, we're thrilled that Grand Night gave you and Dan your start, and thank you so much for your service, by the way. We're very proud of that. Hey, Reggie, how about your experience in Grand Night?
Well, I think I'll use one of my favorite Everett McCorvey words, which is flexible. It's one of the things that you have to learn to be in this career because things change. And you learn that swiftly with Grand Night. One day you're working on a song, the next day the song evaporated and it's not there. And you learn choreography and magically it all comes together. So that's one of the things that you learn. And also, I don't know if you remember this, Dr. McCorvey, when I hurt my toe or hurt my foot in Grand Night and I couldn't do the choreography, but we had to do the show. So in the middle of it, I changed, I sat on a stool or something, but the show went on, which is exactly what we do every single day. We're flexible, the show goes on, and we make it work. So thanks for learning those things in Grand Night. Now we all get paid to do them, which is much better, but you have to start somewhere.
That's great. And Reggie, before I let you go, you need to turn your microphone back on because rumor has it that you do a killer impression of Dr. Everett McCorvey.
Wonderful. Hi, my name is Everett McCorvey. No, I'm done.
Thank you, Reggie. Thank you, Reggie, very much. Jennifer, how about you?
Well, as I perform locally, I don't think I would have been able to perform with the confidence that I do now, and the stage presence that I believe that I've developed, and it all happened in Grand Night. You know, I mean, Everett believed that I could sing, and that was huge for me. And that just gave me the impetus to keep trying more challenging and challenging things from a local perspective. As a professional in what I do now, how does it help me? Well, you know, music to me brings empathy and awareness, and performance builds confidence. And I can't think of anything else that would better prepare me to do what I do as a psychiatric nurse practitioner than music and Grand Night. I thank Everett, and I thank everyone involved in Grand Night.
Terrific. Thanks so much, Jennifer. And Stacia, how about you?
I don't know how to follow. Everyone's pretty much summed it up so beautifully, I think. But for me, the improvisation, you know, we threw together the production so quickly, and then it's live, and you're on the spot, and being able to sort of pick up on the energy of the crowd and the energy of your co-performers to make each night special definitely applies to real life. You know, when you're live on camera, you have to figure it out quickly. And so that's great preparation, I think, for real life. And then the other part for me, when I was at UK, there was an opera program. There was not a musical theater program. And so Grand Night was an outlet for me to sing the music that I love and am passionate about. And it really sort of enabled me to realize that I need to find that joy in my life, and was able to sort of bring that into a very unconventional career for a pharmacist, and realize that that joy needs to be the driving factor in every decision that you make. You have to carry that with you. And I think, you know, Grand Night sort of gave us that ability to know that that's what we needed to feel in our work and get paid for it. And I'm so thankful for that experience.
Well, we are certainly thrilled that all of you got your start in Grand Night and have such a strong connection to the University of Kentucky. We firmly believe we change people's lives, and all of you are testaments to that true story. So thank you so much for sharing your time with us.
I'm just delighted to see all of you. It's just so great. We don't get to talk very often, and unless I'm coming to New York to see you, or I see you on television, or I read something about you. But we are so proud of all of you. And like I say, you know, this is just, you know, 13 of you, but there are 1,600 people who have been involved in Grand Night in either on the stage or in the orchestra. And so we're just delighted at what you do and what you're doing. We hope that you continue to do it, and always keep Grand Night and the University of Kentucky in your resume. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Now I want to introduce you to some of the stars of this production of Grand Night. We are so excited to have some of the cast and the creative team from the 25th anniversary production that you're going to see in about a half an hour from now. So hello guys and gals, we're glad you're here. Thank you all so much for being here. I miss seeing you, and I'm sorry that we can't do it this year, but we're at least glad we're able to connect this way. I said in our previous interview section that we've had over 1,600 people involved in Grand Night for Singing, and it's just been amazing, and they all have just wonderful stories, as I know you do too. So what we're going to ask you to do is introduce yourselves and tell us what part you played in the 25th anniversary performance that our audiences will see tonight.
Well, hey, my name is Darian Sanders. I currently live in Louisville, Kentucky, and I was one of the cast members.
Hi, everyone. I'm Audrey Bell Adams. I'm currently living in Louisville, Kentucky as well, and I was a cast member.
Hello, everyone. My name is Gregory Touré, and I live in Lexington, Kentucky, and I was also a cast member.
I'm Brock Terry, and I was a cast member, and I live in Lexington.
Hey, friends. My name is Logan Spears. I live in Lexington, Kentucky, and I was a cast member in our production of Grand Night.
Hi, everyone. I'm Peggy Stamps. I share residence between New York City, New York, and Lexington, Kentucky, and I was the stage director for the 25th anniversary production.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jeremy Smith.
And I'm Lindy Franklin Smith.
We live in Georgetown, Kentucky.
And we were the choreographers for the 25th anniversary of Grand Night.
Hello, everyone. I'm Robert Baldwin from Salt Lake City, Utah, and I was the conductor for the 25th anniversary production of Grand Night for Singing.
Hello, my name is Johnny Dean. I live here in Lexington, Kentucky, and I was the arranger and orchestrator for the 25th production of It's a Grand Night for Singing.
Hey, I'm Robert Pickering. I live in Chico, California. And for the 25th anniversary, I was the scenic designer and set construction supervisor.
Hi, all. I'm Rob Seebacher. I hired the orchestra. I'm the assistant conductor, and I also played in the orchestra.
Hello, everyone. I'm Tedrin Blair Lindsay. I live in Lexington, Kentucky, and I was the associate musical director and a featured performer in the 25th anniversary production.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tanya Harper, and I was the lighting designer for the 25th anniversary production of Grand Night, and I'm also a full-time production director here at the University of Kentucky Singletary Center, and I'm glad to see everyone back here. I live in Lancaster, Kentucky.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nan McSwain, and I live in Lexington, Kentucky. And in the 25th anniversary edition, I was assistant musical director and co-pianist with Tedrin Blair Lindsay.
Well, what a joy it is for us to share some time with this creative team, only a small portion of the creative team that it takes to put on Grand Night for Singing. One of the highlights of every production of Grand Night for Singing recently, and certainly the 25th, is the dual role that Tedrin plays, both in the creative aspect, but also in the performative aspect. Tedrin, can you tell us about your 25th anniversary performance?
Yes, I took great pleasure in reviving my arrangement of the Styx rock classic, Come Sail Away. I had first performed it in 2009, the year that I earned my doctorate, and people had loved the fact of my rocking out on that occasion. I actually had not been particularly pleased with the sort of free form section that comes in the middle of that number. With how I had arranged it the first time. So I took great pains to really transcribe that actual phantasmagorical instrumental section when we revived it for the 25th anniversary. And as fun as it was to rock out with that, I think all that people really remember is the silver coat.
Well, you do have a certain stage presence about you whenever you share your artistry, and we thank you for that, Tedrin.
Thank you. I enjoy it so much. It's a pleasure to give to Lexington and the whole central Kentucky area something that obviously gives so much pleasure year after year.
Well, Jeremy and Lindy, you all were with us for, I think, 8 years. Was it 8 years of Grand Night? And the 25th anniversary was your 8th year, I think. And we loved having you and really felt like you elevated Grand Night to another level. And the cast was always excited when they knew that Jeremy and Lindy would be serving as the choreographer, blah, blah, blah. And and I love the way you choreographed your introduction, by the way. And so what were some of your favorite moments in the 25th anniversary?
Well, yes, it's always a production with Jeremy and Lindy. Always a production. But no, you're exactly right. That the 25th anniversary was my 8th and Jeremy's 7th Grand Night. And so what was really special for us was kind of getting to go back through all of our creations for previous Grand Nights and pick out some of our favorites. It was a great walk down memory lane and a chance for us to remount some things we had done before, put a new twist on things. One of my particular favorites that year was Singin' in the Rain. That was one of my all-time favorites that we've done for Grand Night. Just it's so fun on the Singletary stage because it's so big and because the audience goes back so far. It's such an expansive view that you can be really creative with the visuals. And so we had a lot of fun with umbrellas. I don't know how much fun the cast had with the umbrellas, but
or the people who are handling props.
Yeah, we gave a few people a few headaches, I think, but that was one of my favorites. And another one of my favorites was Brotherhood of Man, which Brock Terry and Audrey Bell were both leading players in that one. But it was just such a fun event, that 25th anniversary, to get to revisit all of those old favorites.
So, Audrey Bell, you're one of the most recent graduates of UK that was connected to Grand Night. Tell us what you're up to and how Grand Night has influenced what you're doing.
Hi. Well, yes, I am so thankful for Grand Night, and it brought me so many wonderful memories and so many amazing people. I just can't believe when he said 1,600 people. That is so crazy, and just is a testament to how wonderful the program is and how instrumental it is to Lexington, Kentucky, and just Kentucky in general. And so I graduated in 2019, and I moved up to New York City in August, and in October, I found out I got cast as Mrs. Gloop in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the second national tour. And I went out on that, and I had a blast. I was yodeling and being a Wagnerian mezzo-soprano. So I'm so thankful for that. UK helped a lot with that one, I can say, and my German accent and all. So I had a blast doing that, and I got to do that for about 4 months. I'm so thankful for what memories I made at UK, and there's no way I could absolutely do what I do without the guidance of Dr. McCorvey, Lindy and Jeremy, Nan, Tedrin, just everyone. It's so wonderful to see everyone again.
Well, we're going to ask you to do something fun, and but before we do it, I want to just quickly, do you remember your orders that you just introduced yourself? Could you quickly go around and tell us what you're doing now? So who started off? Darian, you started off.
I did, yes. So currently I am, living in Louisville, Kentucky, but I am on the national tour of The Lion King.
Audrey Bell.
I was just on the tour of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and now I'm home and I'm teaching some private voice lessons.
Gregory.
Well, just like everybody else, I guess we're kind of in lockdown, but when I'm not being locked down, I actually am starting this brand new project, Angela Rice music, Emily Dickinson poetry, and incorporating ballet and instrumentation into something entirely new. So we were really excited. We actually got to premiere it in New York, and we were about to go on the road until everything stopped. So hopefully things open back up, and we'll get back moving.
Logan.
Hey, I am singing at Southland Christian Church, trying to get into some voice lessons and learn more about myself, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Thanks. Peggy.
Hi. Well, for the past 10 years, about 10 years ago, I started a company called the Square Peg Group, Inc., and it's a talent management organization. I'm New York based, and I have clients out working the Broadway scene, working the Broadway tour scene, and film and TV, and Darian's one of them.
Jeremy and Lindy.
Well, about 6 years ago, we founded a professional regional theater here in Lexington called the Lexington Theater Company. And this summer was going to be our 6th season. Much like Grand Night, we are having to postpone things for another year, but we are about to launch a new education initiative called Creative at Home via the Lex.
Rob.
Well, I just finished a very strange year, the strangest year of my 18 years being on the faculty at the University of Utah as the director of orchestras. I'm also the music director of the Salt Lake Symphony. And the biggest challenges we're facing right now is how are we going to do this for next year with all of the new reality that we're dealing with. So this is a great way that you're showing us forward with that.
Johnny.
I still work in higher education. Plus, I lead the choir at Emmanuel Baptist Church and lead worship at the early service, and still writing and arranging for small projects right now, but staying very busy. Thank you.
I have to say that Johnny and I have worked together so many years. I want to count up one day the number of arrangements you have done for us, Johnny. I think you probably have, we counted up 700 tunes in Grand Night for Singing alone.
Right.
You have arranged. So you've been pretty busy. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bob.
Hello. So I continue to teach theater production and theater design at the college level, and I've been doing some freelance work at theaters in the Bay Area and the Northern California coast. And I was just thinking, if there was 1,600 people involved in Grand Night, we could put one in every seat of the Singletary and have quite a party.
That's true.
They have to be distanced. So.
Yeah, there's that.
Rob.
Hi, everyone. I'm the music director of the Johnson City Symphony in Tennessee. I'm lucky to be the assistant conductor of the National Chorale in New York with Everett. And I live here in Danville, where I'm the director of instrumental programs at Center College.
Thank you. Tedrin.
For a couple of decades, I have been a pianist, vocal coach, and musical director, both freelance and, of course, for the University of Kentucky, for the Alltech Corporation, and for the American Spiritual Ensemble. I'm currently learning how to do all of that virtually or in person with masks, rubber gloves, and Lysol.
Tanya.
Well, like so many people in our industry, I was in the middle of a freelance project working in Lexington here down at the Opera House when all of this hit, and we were promptly sent home from the University of Kentucky a few days later. And this is actually one of my first days back in the building, so it's really nice to see everybody. I am currently working on plans to help reinvent the new normal, as they say, to bring everyone back safely when it is the time to do so. And I look forward to working with many of my colleagues that are here on this Zoom chat here to achieve that.
Brock.
Hey, Doc. I am the director of music at First United Methodist Church, and I'm also the resident music director at the Lexington Theater Company, which my friends Lindy and Jeremy run, and very honored to be here. Thanks.
Nan.
Hello, yes. I'm beginning my 30th year of affiliation with UK Opera Theater as a pianist, and my 10th year as a vocal coach with UK Opera Theater, and I am also a freelance pianist.
Well, that's great, and I know that this is why our students really benefit from working with all of you, because you're all so creative and have such wonderful, wonderful ideas, and you work very hard. So the last thing we're going to ask you to do is, I didn't ask you, how many years you've been in Grand Night. So what I'd like for you to do is write down on a little card how many years you've been in Grand Night, and when I count to 3, I want you to hold them up. Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wow. What an accomplishment for so many of you to have connected to this amazing program. Terrific to see that connection.
Well, this was fantastic. Thank you all so much for joining us and being with us. And we're going to ask you to unmute your mics now, and so that you can sing us off. No, not really.
Oh.
We want to thank you, and we hope that you'll see us next year and come back and be a part of this. So thank you all, and we'll see you on the great stages.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We look forward to it.
Enjoy the broadcast,
Bye.
everybody.
Enjoy.
Back together again.
Thank you.
Those folks truly are the stars of the 25th anniversary production of Grand Night for Singing. The other part of Grand Night for Singing, of course, is our audience and our support from the university administration. And now I'd like to introduce President Eli Capilouto and express our appreciation for his commitment to the arts across all of campus.
Thank you, Mark and Everett. Mary Lynn and I are both excited for the performance tonight. I am always impressed with the ingenuity and creativity at this annual event, but this year is certainly a special one. For the 28th year, the College of Fine Arts is uplifting our community with It's a Grand Night for Singing, an opportunity for us to pause, reflect, and listen. At a time when it can be difficult to engage, whether physically or virtually, I especially value this opportunity to appreciate music and how it contributes to a healthier, more constructive society. And I'm appreciative to those of you watching, donors, faculty, volunteers, former students, and partners of this university, for your commitment to this institution to build a legacy and reshape what's possible as the university for Kentucky. You have supported us during our finest moments, but perhaps more importantly, you've supported us in moments of uncertainty, moments that have, as you've likely seen, brought us together stronger. Tonight is a compelling reminder that the gifts of our faculty, students, our staff transcend these times of unrest. These gifts are what unite us. And tonight, we will let the music bring us together. And although this year may be different, we are so glad we can share this experience with you. I look forward to seeing you on campus soon.
Well, as you prepare tonight for the performance that's coming up at the top of the hour, we want to leave you with this rendition of My Old Kentucky Home. We hope you enjoy the performances this evening.
And remember, the show must go on.